His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation. Thereafter, at the conjunction of two yugas, the Lord of the creation will take his birth as the Kalki incarnation and become the son of Vishnu Yasha. At this time, the rulers of the earth will have degenerated into plunderers. Purport. Here is another foretelling of the advent of Lord Kalki, the incarnation of Godhead. He is to appear at the conjunction of the two yugas, namely at the end of Kali Yuga and the beginning of Satya Yuga. The cycle of the four yugas, namely Satya, Treta, Dwapara and Kali, rotates like the calendar months. The present age, Kali Yuga, lasts 432,000 years, out of which we have passed only 5,000 years after the battle of Kurukshetra and the end of the regime of King Parikshit. So there are 427,000 years balance yet to be finished. Therefore, at the end of this period, the incarnation of Kalki will take place, as foretold in the Srimad Bhagavatam. The name of his father, Vishnu Yasha, a learned Brahmana, and the village Shambhala are also mentioned. As above mentioned, all these foretellings will prove to be factual in chronological order. That is the authority of Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminati Namane Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Atasau Yuga Sandhyayam Dasya Prayeshu Rajashu Janita Vishnu Yashaso Namna Kalkir Jagatpatihi. Translation again. Thereafter, at the conjunction of two yugas, the Lord of the creation will take his birth as the Kalki incarnation and become the son of Vishnu Yasha. At this time, the rulers of the earth will have degenerated into plunderers. Hare Krishna. So, we're seeing the all incarnations are lined up in this verse, in this chapter. So here in this verse, it is mentioned about the Lord's incarnation as Kalki, and it will happen in the future. It's a foretelling. It is mentioned in the Srimad Bhagavatam. So in the Dashavatara Stotra, Jayadeva Goswami says, Mlecha nivaha nidane kalayasi karavalam dhumaketum ivakim apikaralam keshavadrita kalki sharira jaya jagadisha hari. So he glorifies the Lord Kalki like this. So he's saying, Mlecha Nivaha Nidane Kalayasi Karavalam. So, to kill all the Mlechas, Yavanas, they are all not part of the Vedic culture. They are out of the Vedic culture. So, there are, four classes are there. Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudra. So, they are all part of Vedic culture. But who is not following the Vedic culture? Who is out of the Vedic culture, outcast we say. So that is all, they are all Mlecha and Yavanas. Mlecha and Yavana, they are all not a class of people. They are not under any class. They are like out of the box we say. So they are not following the Vedic culture. So generally they are meat eaters and not following any principles, just like that. So that's why to kill them, Kalki incarnation, Kalki avatar comes. So he comes in a way, it is mentioned that like Dhumaketum. Dhumaketum means it's by force. He comes with the force. So that force is required at that time. Because at that time, education will not help. By educating them, they will not change. That force is required. That time. So now Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came. So he killed the demonic mentality of people. But at that time it is not possible. At that time they are so degraded and they are completely see, there are 4 regulative principles are there: meat eating, intoxication, gambling and illicit sex. So when these are 4 pillars of sinful life. So this sinful life will become their part of life. That is their life. Just doing these 4 sinful activities, that is their life. So then in that case we cannot train them, it is not possible. So at that time only killing, that is the only remedy. So at that time Kalki incarnation comes, the Lord comes as Kalki and he kills everyone. So that is the purpose of Kalki incarnation. So at the end of Kali Yuga, it will degrade more and more, and there will be practically no topics about God. No one knows anything about God. Now we are discussing Srimad Bhagavatam, we are discussing about the topics of Lord, we are glorifying Lord, we are chanting. So these principles are there still. But at the end of Kali Yuga, there will be zero topics about God. Nobody knows anything about God. So even it is said, the so-called saints and like so-called gentlemen, even they pose themselves as sadhus. They pose themselves as saints. They wear this saffron dress and all these things, but they don't know anything about God. But even now the current situation is like this. You just search in the internet like spirituality like that. You will get n number of links, n number of videos, and all wearing like a sadhus, and they don't speak about God. They speak some nonsense. It is all just to earn money, just to get fame, and just to cheat people. And people are also cheated because they're all they want to be cheated. They want to go there because they don't want to follow any rules, regulations. They don't want to follow any system, and they just want to be posed themselves as we are also following spirituality. And they want this kind of bogus sadhus, and the bogus sadhus are taking advantage of these people and they are cheating them. So now the current situation is like this. They are all so-called sadhus and nobody knows anything about spirituality. But at the end of Kali Yuga, even now the current case is like this, but at the end of Kali Yuga it will degrade more and more, and it will be a complete chaotic condition. So this is the symptoms of this Kali Yuga at the end of the Kali Yuga. So the one word we can say, there will be complete godlessness. So nobody wants to follow anything. Nobody wants to follow any Vedic culture. Nothing. Just live like a barbarian life. Barbarian civilization will come. So, as we said, the so-called saints and gentlemen, they are all posing themselves. But actually, how we can identify a sadhu? How we can identify a person who is educated, who is knowledgeable? Because from their knowledge, from their spiritual knowledge, we can identify themselves as a sadhus, a spiritual person. We can measure their spirituality by their knowledge. It is not just by external appearance. It is not like this. So as we see, there are 3 higher orders are there: Brahmana, Kshatriya and Vaishyas. And all 3 classes, they have thread and they have samskaras, and they are also considered as a higher class. But all these 3 classes are considered as Dvijas. But Brahmana is considered as Dvija Shrestha. So all 3 classes are called Dvijas, but in these 3 classes, the Shrestha means among all these 3, the Brahmana is considered as even more higher and more knowledgeable, more that prestige is there. So they are Dvijashreshtas. So they all three classes have different qualities. Brahmana, the quality mentioned in Bhagavad Gita, that Satyam, Shaucham, Shamadaya, Shantir, Arjavam, Evacha, Jnana, Vairagyam, Astikyam, Brahma Karma Svabhavajam. So these are the qualities of a Brahmana. Satyam, Shaucham, cleanliness, truthfulness, tolerance, and knowledge, realization. So these are the qualities of Brahmana. Kshatriyas, Shauri, Tejo, Dhritirudaksham, Yuddhe Chapalayanam, and Ishvara Bhava, the leadership quality, and the heroism, and the controlling power, Ishvara Bhava. So these are the qualities of Kshatriya. Vaishyas, Krishi, Goraksha, Vanijam, these are the qualities of Vaishyas. So, but these are particular quality for this particular Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, like that. But there is a common quality for all these three classes. That is the knowledge of the Supreme Lord. That is common for all these three classes. So they should know about Lord's holy name, form, paraphernalia. They should know all these things. So this quality will reduce gradually, and at the end of Kali Yuga there will be nil. Nobody knows anything about God. Nobody knows anything, no holy name, nothing. It is just completely nil. So it is like without knowledge, externally they are just posing themselves as saints. It is all like considered as dead bodies. So inside there is no quality, but outside just posing. It's like a decoration of a dead body. So when these dead bodies increase more and more, and at the end there will be practically nobody knows anything about God. There is zero knowledge about God. So at that time Kalki incarnation comes, and at that time there is no education, just kill everyone. So then again the next cycle starts. So at that time the Kali Yuga ends, and whoever is qualified to take birth in the Satya Yuga, they come in the Satya Yuga. Then again Satya Yuga starts, and then again the cycle goes on. So that is the now in Kali Yuga at the end the degradation will come. So now it started, that degradation. So now recently they said that anybody can become Brahmana. So it is not like that. Anybody cannot become a Brahmana. There should be a qualification. So it is not like anybody can go to America. It is not like this. Now you have to have a passport, visa, you have to take permission, then only you can go. So in that way, we cannot just say that anybody can become Brahmana. So Brahmana, there are some qualities. We have to develop that quality, then we can become a Brahmana. So it is like they say we are following Vaishnavism. Vaishnava principles, Vaishnavism, it is above Brahmana. That is correct. But to become a Vaishnava, first we have to become a Brahmana. Only a Brahmana can become a Vaishnava. So we have to get that quality first. So there are Sattva Guna, Rajo Guna and Tamo Guna. So first one should come to the Sattva Guna. From Sattva Guna then he can come to Shuddha Sattva. A person who is in Tamo Guna and Rajo Guna, directly he cannot come to Shuddha Sattva. So first he should develop the qualities of Sattva Guna. So that is like a platform. If you want to get a train, then you have to go to the platform, then you can get the train. So first you have to go to the platform. Standing outside of the station, then you cannot catch the train. So that is a platform, Sattva Guna platform. From that platform we can come to transcendental. So we have to get that quality first, sattva guna. But not coming in the quality, sattva guna quality, then directly I will become Vaishnava. That is not possible. So Prabhupada said that we are Vaishnavas, but to teach them, we have to follow this Vedic culture. We have to follow these principles, Brahmanical principles, and to set the example. So Prabhupada gives the example that Prabhupada sometimes he shows how to clean the floor, how to mop the floor. So sometimes he himself takes the floor mopping stick and he shows how to clean. So it doesn't mean that he is a cleaner. So he is Acharya and he is showing us how to clean. So it doesn't mean that he is a cleaner. So in same way, we are following the Vaishnava principles. By following the Vedic culture, we are not degrading ourselves from Vaishnava principles. So we are following Vaishnava principles to show how to follow Vedic cultures, how to come to this transcendental level, and who are in the platform of Rajasic and Tamasic platform, to elevate them. We have to show. To show them, we have to take some time and we have to clean. So it doesn't mean that we are cleaners. And personally, we also have to develop that quality. So in that way, this is very important, to follow the Vedic culture and come to that level of Shuddha Sattva. So if we don't follow these principles and externally we just show that we are saint, we are Brahmana just by wearing Brahmana thread and we are Brahmana, it is not like this. It is not by birth. So in the Bhagavatam 12th canto it is mentioned, in Kali Yuga, just by wearing Brahmana thread they are considered as Brahmanas. And there will be no marriage and there will be no samskaras. It is all mentioned in the 12th canto of Bhagavatam. The symptoms of Kali Yuga, in that chapter it is mentioned. So now the quality is like this, but at the end of Kali Yuga, again it will degrade more and more, and practically everyone will become Milechas and Yavanas. Even the Shudras are considered as, they are part of Vedic culture. But it is like a 5th class. Prabhupada says and sometimes they are all 10th class people. So they are completely out of the Vedic culture. So practically everyone is Mlechas and Yavanas. So at that time, Lord comes at Kalki and he kills everyone. So now it is also mentioned that Dasyu Prayeshu Rajasu. It is mentioned that Dasyu, plunderers, and Rajasu, all the kings. The kings, they will become like a plunderers. The kings, they are meant to take care of the living entities, the prajas in his region, and elevate them spiritually, and to make sure that they are following Vedic culture. If someone is Brahmana, then you should see that he is following the Brahmanical culture or not. If he is a Vaishya, then he should follow the Vedic Vaishya culture, Vaishya dharma. So that is the role of a king. He should make sure that all the prajas are following their duty properly. But at the end, all the rajas, they become like a dasyu, like plunderers. They just collect taxes just to earn money, then just put taxes and collect money, and they don't care about any principles like that. So to kill them, Lord Kalki comes. It's like previously the monarchy was there. The king, the Kshatriya class of people, they are trained in a particular way how to rule the world. So all the Kshatriya principles they learn, all the archery, they learn how to fight, all these skills they learn. So by learning all these things, by qualifying themselves, they become king. It is not like this now. Now this so-called democracy, they say that just by gaining the vote, they come to the position and they rule. And who is coming to the position, he is also not qualified, and who is making them king, they are also not qualified. All the unqualified people, they are selecting the people. The people who are selecting and people who are selected, both are not qualified. So then the rule won't be proper. The ruler, he doesn't know what is the principles we have to make sure, and the people who are following, they also don't know what is the principles to follow. And it is like a blind leading the blind. And the person who is leading, he also doesn't know where to go, and person who are following, they also don't know. And everyone will go and fall in the ditch and then spoil their life. So that is what is happening here. So in this modern so-called democracy, so all the ministers are elected by the low-born Shudras. But previously it was not like this. In the Vedic culture, the Kshatriyas are guided by Brahmanas. So they take guidance from Brahmanas. According to the Shastra, they rule the country. So now it is all degraded. And at the end, they will become like a plunderers. So there is no principles, there is nothing. It is just. So it is a duty of the leaders to make sure that the Vedic culture is prevailed. So that is what Prabhupada established the society to make Brahmanas. So by following this Vedic culture, we have to understand what is the purpose of life, by understand, and we have to educate others also. And it is not that everyone will become Brahmana. So like for example, a person, he has a particular quality. Like he is a very good manager, he is a very good administrator, and he has he can control the people and he can make the service done. So then he can become a Kshatriya. It is not that everyone should become a Brahmana. So now the point is everyone can become a Brahmana. It is not like this. If everyone becomes head of the society, then who will do the other job? Like for example, in a body, there is a head, there is arm, there is stomach, leg. Everything is required to function a body. So everyone becomes a Brahmana, everyone becomes brain, then there is no one to do the other jobs. Like it is said, it is not that in a body the leg is low and the brain is high. It is not like this. So leg is also required, but comparatively, if someone cuts our leg, then we can survive. But if someone cuts our head, then we cannot survive. So Brahmanas are the head of the society, but everyone cannot become a Brahmana. So everyone has their particular quality, and in that quality they have to be. Like for example, someone has a Shudra quality. So you remain as a Shudra and you serve in your quality as a Shudra. So you will get perfection by serving as a Shudra. But by force, no, I will become Brahmana, you become Brahmana, but you will not get that perfection. So it is not that in which category we are, that is not important. So it is said in Bhagavad Gita that instead of doing others' job wrongly, you do your own job correctly. So it is said, now we have the quality of a Shudra and we try to do the role of a Brahmana, and even though we do it correctly, it is not required. So actually it is said, you do, instead of doing others' job correctly, you do your own job wrongly. That is okay, no problem. So that is the point. So here we have to ensure that we have certain qualities, and in that quality we try to serve the Lord. So that is the point. So we don't have to chase after, no, I have to become this, I have to become that. No. So in whatever quality we have, in that quality we have to serve the Lord. So that is the point. So here in this purport, Prabhupada mentions that about foretelling. Now, here is another foretelling of advent of Lord Kalki, incarnation of God. So Bhagavatam was spoken 5000 years back, but Kalki incarnation not yet came. It will come at the end of Kali Yuga. But Bhagavatam foretold that Kalki incarnation will come. Even in the previous verse it is mentioned that Lord Buddha's incarnation. Bhagavatam was spoken 5000 years back, but Lord Buddha appeared 2500 years back. So it is a foretold. That is the authority of Srimad Bhagavatam. So from this we have to understand how to identify incarnation. So we have to identify incarnation from the base of Shastra. It is not that a bogus person comes and I am incarnation of God. Then people also believe that he is incarnation of God, he started worshipping them. It is not like this. So once some devotees went to a place and went to a new place, and some devotees guides us. So here this place is there, they take us to many places like that. So at that time we went, and one person he was guiding us. He went to different places. So he went to a place and he said, this is the house of Kalki. So this is the house of Kalki. Then devotees were shocked. This is the house of Kalki. Then he said, oh yeah, he's a Kalki incarnation, and he gives different mantras to different people, and he takes money according to that. And then he does like this, and then he is incarnation, and people believe him as incarnation. They go to him. And yesterday only he got released from jail, and he just came yesterday, and again he started blessing people. So that is the case in this Kali Yuga. So he got arrested for some some crime, and he came back and he is claiming himself as Kalki incarnation. Then now there is one famous person like he is saying that I am Shiva, and he has made his own country, Kailasha, and then he is speaking all this nonsense. He has made his own passport, his own currency, everything his own, and he is claiming himself as God, and people are believing. So first of all, if someone is saying that I am incarnation of God, first of all we should understand from the Shastra. Is it mentioned in the Shastra? So now, from now till the end of Kali Yuga, there is no incarnation mentioned in any Shastra. Till the end of Kali Yuga, there is no incarnation. At the end of Kali Yuga, Kalki incarnation comes. So that is when Kali Yuga is 4,32,000 years. So now we have passed 5,000 years. 4,20,000 years more to come. So at the end of 4,27,000 years, the Kalki incarnation comes. So people doesn't know all these things mentioned in the Shastras. So when they read Shastra, they understand who is incarnation, how to identify incarnation. It is not that anybody can say that now I am incarnation of God. No, that he should be mentioned in the Shastras. So in that way, like a person is an ambassador. He goes to some other country and he should show his identity. Then I am from this country, my identity is this, so I am ambassador of this country, then I came to this country. So it is not that anybody can come and I am ambassador. So what is the proof? How can I believe that you are ambassador? So in that way, anybody cannot say that I am incarnation of God. That proof should be there in the Shastras. So Prabhupada mentions that it is like a calendar month. Satyuga comes, and then Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, Kali Yuga, and again Satyuga. again the cycle comes. So in that way, Kali Yuga came, again Satya Yuga will start. But this Kali Yuga, this is not, this is something special. So there is a Yuga Dharma. For each Yuga there is a Yuga Dharma. And to promote that Yuga Dharma, Yuga Avatar comes. Satya, Treta, Dwapara, Kali. So in previous Yugas, the Lord incarnated as Yajna, and then many incarnations. So in Kali Yuga, he doesn't come directly. He doesn't come as, he will not say that I am incarnation of God. He's like a hidden avatar, Channa avatar we say. So hidden avatar. So in one song it is mentioned, Dhanya Kali Yugera Chaitanya Avatara. So Chaitanya Avatara, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he doesn't come in every Kali Yuga. Like Krishna comes in once in a day of Brahma. So one day of Brahma, it is mentioned like Kali Yuga has 4,32,000 years, and double of this is Dwapara Yuga, and 3 times of Kali Yuga is Treta Yuga, 4 times is Satya Yuga. So altogether is one Chatur Yuga. Like this 2,000 Chatur Yugas are one day of Brahma. So in one day of Brahma, only once Krishna comes, in one Dwapara Yuga. So where Krishna comes in one Dwapara Yuga, so the next in that Kali Yuga, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes. So this is some special Yuga where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes and he doesn't kill, and he killed the demonic mentality as we discussed before. So now even Prabhupada mentions that this movement will go on for 10,000 years. So this 10,000 years is a Satya Yuga in Kali Yuga. This is like an overlap. So always there will be an overlap in all the Yugas. Like in Satya Yuga, everyone is pious, everyone is God conscious, everyone is, you will not find any person who is demonic. But still in Satya Yuga we found, Hiranyakashipu, there is a pastime. He was a demon and there is so much atrocities, and Lord came as Narsinghadev and he killed. So in Satya Yuga there is a short span of Kali Yuga there. So in same way, these 10,000 years are considered as Satya Yuga in Kali Yuga. It's an overlap. So here we have an opportunity to practice spiritual life and perfect our life. This is the opportunity given. So in that way, it is some special allowance is given. So in Satya Yuga, in previous Yugas, to get perfection, you have to do tapasya for thousands and thousands of years. So in Kali Yuga, it is not required. It is that just by chanting the holy name of the Lord, so we can get perfection. Even the demigods, they want to take birth in Kali Yuga so that they can get perfection by chanting the holy name of the Lord. So in that way, this is a golden period in Kali Yuga. So now we got this opportunity, we have to make use of this opportunity. Now if we lose this opportunity, again if we have to take birth again, so we may cross this 10,000 years and we may take birth as the end of this Kali Yuga. Then we have to go through this ghastly phase of this Kali Yuga. Now at the end there is no hope. It is a hopeless case. At that time there is no education is given, there is no preaching, there is no acharyas, like there is no shastras, there is no, it is nil. There is no knowledge of God. So at that time we have to suffer a lot. So now we have got this opportunity. So we are, even though we are in Kali Yuga, but we are in the golden period of Kali Yuga. So we have to make use of this opportunity. So we don't have to go through that ghastly phase. So Hare Krishna. Any question, comments?
In the beginning of the lecture, you said like one must rise to Brahminical platform. But bhakti is independent of it. Even a Shudra can start bhakti.
Yes. No, even a Shudra can practice bhakti, but to come to the level of Vaishnava, and one has to become a Brahmana, then only he can become a Vaishnava. Like for example, there are 26 qualities of a Vaishnava. For Brahmana, there are Shaucham, Shama, Daya, Shantir, Arjavam, Evacha, Jnana, Vairagyam, Astikyam, Brahma, Karma, Svabhaja. So 9 qualities, I think. So all these 9 qualities are there in the 26 Vaishnava qualities also. So first we have to develop these qualities, so then we will further develop the Vaishnava quality. So directly we cannot jump to Vaishnava quality. So the thing is, anybody can practice bhakti. So there is no discrimination, there is no only you can practice bhakti, only Brahmana can practice bhakti. It is not like this. Bhakti is for everyone, anybody can do bhakti. But by doing bhakti, one has to come to the transcendental level, but there is a stage. Like one, you studied first standard, second standard, third standard. But ultimately, if someone is doing PhD, he is more knowledgeable. But directly we cannot go. There is a stage. But if someone is in Tamoguna, then gradually he should try to raise to Rajoguna and then Sattvaguna. Once you come to Sattvaguna, then only we can understand what is what. So in Rajoguna and Tamoguna, we cannot understand. There is no knowledge. That purity won't be there. Like if you are receiving a great person, you clean the house properly and then you receive them. Like that. So once you have to go, if you are trying to go to transcendental level, if you want to become a Vaishnava, first you have to purify. That purification process is required. So all these samskaras, it will purify us. So once you become a Brahmana, once you develop the Brahmanical quality, then it is easier to go to the level of transcendental Shuddha Sattva. It's like that. So even if someone comes to the quality of Sattva Guna, but it is not sure that he will go back to Godhead. Sattva Guna is also binding in this material world. But Sattva Guna is also not good. One have to come to the level of Shuddha Sattva, transcendental. But we cannot jump over. Gradually one should come to Sattva Guna, from there. It is like.
But how does one go about developing this? Is it like it's a conscious effort, or just stick to the process, these automatically come?
Yeah, bhakti, when someone practices bhakti, it is all like a byproduct. So, Prabhupada has given that you chant 16 rounds attentively, follow 4 regulative principles, and he has given a system, schedule, and you get up early and then you just follow the system, and gradually will develop these qualities. And it is also said, we don't have to, like, this is like for example, we should not eat meat. So when you practice bhakti, we don't focus on not eating meat. We take only prasadam. So that is a higher principle. So that is say when we follow bhakti, it is automatically all other things are done automatically. So we don't have to give a particular care for this quality I have to develop, this quality I have to develop, not like this. So when we practice bhakti, everything comes automatically. It is all by product. So this Brahmanical principles, we don't have to try to develop. By practicing bhakti, it comes automatically.
In this varnashram, this top 3 varnas, they are interested in learning about God. Brahmana, Kshatriya and Vaishya, they are like inquisitive about God. But Shudra, they are not interested in these topics, transcendental topics. Is it like that?
No, as Shudras, their job is to assist the above three. By doing that, they will go back. So it is not that they have to to understand about Lord and to get this knowledge, spiritual knowledge. So that is all there. That is all Brahmana, Vaishya, and Kshatriya. They are doing it. But as a Shudra, if he serves the above three, and he will get perfection. So it is that is what the point we made, that everyone is don't have to become a Brahmana. If someone is a Kshatriya, he can serve as a Kshatriya. If someone is a Vaishya, he can serve as a Vaishya. So Shudra, it is not everyone have to get this knowledge. It is not like this. And naturally also they are not interested, Shudras. The Shudras, their quality is they have to find a good master. That is the one quality of a Shudra. They have to serve their master. Now by serving them, they will get perfection.
So what is the difference between Shudra and Mlecha?
Shudras, they are part of Vedic culture. So even though they are low class, but they are part of Vedic culture. Mlechas, they are out of Vedic culture. They are outcast. Like Mlechas, they are even Shudras, they follow a certain rules, regulations, particular things. Now, even though they eat non-veg, but it is restricted. It is like this. But Mlechas, outcasts, they eat dog eaters. Mlechas, Chandalas, they are all there. They are all outcasts. They are not part of this four varnas. They are outcast.
So like to add that whenever one is serving someone else, he develops their qualities, right? So then Shudras serving the higher varnas, they'll also get their qualities.
Yeah, it is by quality. So once you get that quality, then see, a Shudra by birth is a Shudra, but if he has that quality of a Brahmana, then he is a Brahmana. Like for example, a Shudra is serving a Brahmana. By serving a Brahmana, if he gets the quality of a Brahmana, then he can become a Brahmana. It is like it is divided, guna karma vibhakasha. It is not by birth. If one is developing that quality, then he can become a Brahmana. It is not that I don't have that quality, but I will become. This doesn't work.
Doesn't have to label himself artificially.
No.
Just serving those who are there, then he'll also develop.
Yes. Yes.
Bro, I had one more doubt. That sometimes people may say that not all of the incarnations are mentioned in the Shastras.
Yeah.
So only the major ones are mentioned, and there are unlimited incarnations. So someone may come and claim that I am one of those incarnations which is not mentioned in the Shastras, but anyway, Vishnu is unlimited. He has unlimited incarnations. How will we refute that? Such a person.
See, the major incarnations are mentioned in the Shastras, and see, there are some, if an incarnation of God, there are some special symbols in their hand and in their leg, some umbrella, club, all some special symbols are there, and he is not like bound by this material modes. So like someone person, he is claiming that he is incarnation of God, but he is going in a wheelchair. But so this person, if he says that he is incarnation of God, definitely we can understand. No, the God, the Supreme Lord, he have he doesn't come under this material mode. He is not restricted with some particular this thing. And now by this special symbols we can understand, and most of the incarnations are mentioned in the Shastras, and it is also there in the next verse. It is mentioned incarnations of Lord are innumerable. There are like waves in the ocean. We cannot count the ocean, but it is there. But by this we can understand by the way he behaves. And now I'm not much clear in this how to refute this, but these symbols we can consider, and then he is not under the modes of material nature, and it's like that. But anyway, I'm not clear, but still we can ask some senior devotees about this.
Oh, even for the wheelchair, the people who are following them, they may say that they are doing it for bewildering the atheists. Right? Something.
Yeah, there is another, one more person is also there, no? The Ram Baba something. He did some crime and he was in jail, and he's saying that he is doing the pastime, and it's all Leela, it's all. No.
To convince them difficult.
Yeah, he did all so many, womanizer. He's I think womanizer. Now, by their quality, we can understand. It's all like cheating. We have to have some common sense also. Logically, also we can understand the person who is cheating or no. So now we can read Shastras. We can understand. When we develop that purity, then we can understand like who is cheating, who is genuine. And there is another thing also. There is no other incarnation mentioned. From now till Kalki, there is no other incarnation. In Kali Yuga, it is all cheaters only. And it is also mentioned that in Kali Yuga there is Krishna will not come as an incarnation. He is also known as Tri Yuga. He incarnates himself in only 3 yugas. He will not come in Kali Yuga. He is also known as Tri Yuga. But the other incarnations are there, but it is little tricky. We have to use our intelligence, and we have to Guru, Sadhu, Shastra. In Shastra it is not mentioned, but we can approach a Sadhu, we can approach a Guru to identify whether this person is incarnation of God or not, like that. Yes. Anyway, we will clarify more with some senior devotees. Okay. Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki.